Suncrest United Methodist Church sits on a busy corner in Morgantown, West Virginia, just off the campus of West Virginia University. Thousands of cars pass our church building every day on their way to work or school or maybe an appointment at the hospital, but it wasn't always this way. Founded in the 1840s, a small white church was built where the main church building stands today in 1850. The church community of Drummond Chapel met in that small building until 1950, when it was outgrown and the current sanctuary was built. The church debated what to do with the original building until it was determined to move it to the corner of the parking lot where it would be used for Christian education and small meetings. Today it serves as the College House, a place where WVU students can find connection and fellowship, growing in the tradition of those who sacrificed and lived out their faith with conviction. The College House isn't the only place where community is grown and developed at Suncrest. In fact, the deep connections that are formed here are one of the things that make this place unique.
The most impressive experiences that I've had here have definitely been in sort of the small group settings. Best time spent having just frank, open discussion.
Sure.
Like that means a lot when I feel like it's a safe place to be able to just say what you feel, say what you think.
And the people that are in it who become friends. Our best friends are at this church. They're not necessarily at State Farm where I worked or the School of Nursing. They're a lot of friends I could count on. Maybe not got people we go to dinner with or anything like that. We have some bunch, but other people who are just friends who you can call if you need something. Not anything life-threatening, but just need help. There's all kinds of people here with the resources, so that's fun.
I value the friendship. This is my support system, and the people here are very special.
Whether it's in the college ministry, men's groups, the UMW music ministry, or youth group, there's a place for you to connect with other people for honest and sometimes difficult conversations, as well as support and fellowship. In this way, Suncrest continues to find ways to live into Psalm 133. How good and pleasant it is when brothers live together in unity. Unity doesn't mean we always agree, though. We choose to stay connected together in the midst of our disagreement. In the late 1990s, Drummond Chapel UMC merged with Star City and Trinity UMCs to become Suncrest UMC. This was not an easy transition. Rita Marks served as administrative council chair during that time.
It developed over, I want to say, at least 18 months.
Okay.
So it was a long haul. It was very difficult.
Yeah.
Lots of people got upset, lots of people left, and very few people moved here.
Really?
Yeah. Ron and the leadership here did the best they could. One of the issues, which I thought was minor at that point, was changing the name from Drummond to a different, to be more inclusive. And there were many people here that were really stressed over that.
What helped you? What made you stay through that? Because that seems like that would have been a transition. Would have been really easy to say, I'm going somewhere else.
Oh, well, I believed in what was being done.
Yeah.
And tried to be a calming influence. As I don't know, you probably know more about me than I know, but being in the counseling business, that I spent a lot of time talking. To no avail in many cases, but we tried.
Yeah.
And I guess I felt that it was something I needed to do.
Yeah.
Part of my mission.
Yeah. Yet even in the face of difficulty, the idea of the merger went forward. The people of the church saw that the possibility for ministry was greater together than it was apart. They worked to move forward despite the challenges, and today the merger has helped provide a place where contemporary worship can thrive and people can find connection. We give thanks for the people who have made hard decisions and who took bold steps to pave the way for those yet to come. May we have the same courage. There's a story of the early years of Drummond Chapel that should continue to challenge and call to us. The Sunday school superintendent and Mrs. Evans realized that many families were not attending Sunday school because they had no shoes. To fix this problem, they decided that no one would wear shoes to Sunday school, thus eliminating the problem with the shoes. This story is powerful in the ways that it addresses two things that continue to give shape to the life of Suncrest. First, Suncrest believes deeply in engaging the community in a variety of ways. We take seriously the idea of the incarnational ministry of Jesus that is modeled for us in John 1 and in Jesus' life.
those are wonderful. The fact that we take care of the community around here and we see ourselves as a beacon on campus, we have an obligation as a big church that's got assets to do things.
Second, we are working to remove any barriers that exist between the gospel and those who have been excluded. In 2015, we approved an inclusion statement that affirmed our belief in the sacred worth of all people and recognized our human family's diversity of race, ethnicity, age, faith history, economic status, sexual orientation, gender identity, marital status, physical and mental ability, education, and any other difference real or perceived. Our hope is to welcome people who have been excluded by their churches so they might find community, connection, and a place to engage in meaningful spiritual practices. In this way, we are working to take off our shoes and remove the barriers that exist, particularly between Christians and the LGBTQ community. We hope to live out the call of Ephesians 2:14, which reminds us, "For he is our peace. In his flesh he has made both groups into one, and has broken down the dividing wall, that is, the hostility between us." So where are we headed in the future? We continue to find ways for the members of our congregation to find a place of active involvement. Throughout our history, we have seen the people of the church lead and sacrifice for the good of the church. During the Great Depression, women's groups raised $1,500 to retire some of the debt of the church. What are we willing to sacrifice to see our community changed and our church empowered for ministry?
But I want to see, a person in this church has this passion. They've gotten people invested and then brings the rest of the church together and takes a step in the right direction.
We continue to find ways to remove the barriers that stop people from becoming involved in a church. Whether it's welcoming and working with the LGBT community or providing contemporary worship where all are welcomed, we work to find new ways of welcome. Finally, we will continue to fulfill the call of Jesus to love the poor and the broken of the community, providing for the needs that we see. We are glad that you're part of the story of Suncrest United Methodist Church. We look forward to building the future together.